All right, I think we're ready to start here. Hello, everybody. My name is HeroicNerd. Welcome back to another heroic triple feature. This time, we're doing it's I don't know. It's called the Clutching Hands. I don't know. I don't know. What is it? A spine-tingling journey into mystery. Well, we know what comic it comes from at least. It says, "Goodbye, Ellis. Your success has been the death of you." What does that mean? I don't know. Is it I think it might be a murder story. Oh boy. Oh boy, there's some murder happening in this story. I think we might be reading a murder story. What does that say? Look at the name. Cal down here in the water. What artist is that? Cal Massey? Cal Massey. A200, by the way. Cal Massey. I've never heard of that, which is weird. Fancy an artist in comic books I've never heard of, but no, I've never heard that name at all. Maybe we should Google it. Okay, maybe I should wait till I'm done recording to Google it. In the meantime, you've probably read my books. Ted Wayne is the name. I've never made enough to live off my writing. That's why I've just murdered Ellis Brent. Oh, so you're a crappy writer and nobody wants to buy your stuff? Relatable. Those amazing hands, capable of such wonderful things. Now, so horrible. The way they keep sticking up there. I couldn't get them to stay down. Well, it'll be years before you're ever found here, Ellis. Yes, while I lived in misery, half-starved, Ellis Brent wrote sea novels and got rich. Sea novels? Novels about the sea? As a writer myself, I could think of 100 better topics than the sea, but I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing. But that will be no more now. How easy it was to lure him down here, this long-abandoned schooner. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, they're inside of a freaking old pirate ship. It looks quite ridiculous. If it was me, and an acquaintance of mine said, "Hey, why don't you meet me in the abandoned pirate ship?" Ha! I'd be like, fuck no. I'd call the police just for that. He'd finished 10 chapters, and he brought all his notes. Oh god, oh yeah, meet me in the deserted pirate ship, and bring your manuscript and all of your notes. I'm starting to think this guy deserved to die. I don't know. I mean, I'm a humanist. I like people, but I like my people to have a certain intelligence level. I'm just saying. Enough for me to complete the book myself. Ha! The fool! Agreed, he is a fool. I had only to tell him he could get wonderful material from this old hunk to bring him to the run. Oh my god. Whatever. But look at it, and it's like half inside the water and everything. That's not a meeting place. You would know. You would know that you were about to be murdered. You would know. Those hands, still reaching up through the bilge water, as though they were still alive. I'm sensing ghost story. So I've taken Ellis Brent's finished chapters and his notes home to work on, but it isn't easy to imitate another man's style. I don't know, I've never done that. I'm honest in my writing, just so you know. Oh, I can't lift my arms to type another word. I've got to grab a nap. This means a lot to me. A full stomach, a decent place to live, and fame? Well, they don't got no jobs where you're from? Ain't nobody hiring? It's maddening to know I can get an advanced royalty check when the book is done. But I've so far to go. 30 more chapters. Oh, I'd give my life to have that book finished so I could have a square meal. Well, I mean, starvation is a bitch, but nobody's hiring? They ain't got no soup kitchens? What is this, the Depression? Well, I don't know. Maybe this might very well be the Depression, depending on when this comic came from. I don't know how long I've been dozing when suddenly I'm awakened by the unmistakable sound of my typewriter keys beating with remarkable speed. It's a ghost story. It is. It can't be. My door is locked. No one could get in. Now I see them. 2 strong white hands. Nothing more. Typing, ripping out the finished sheet, replacing it with fresh paper. Again and again. For a half hour I lie there frozen with fear. fascinated. At last, the typing slows. I hear 6 separate deliberate taps. The end. Are you serious? What luck! What wonderful fortune! A ghost! My book! It's finished! Those clutching hands finished my book! I read the manuscript all night. It is written exactly as I've planned it. Every word perfect. Now I can hardly believe I'm here with my book at the office of William Winters, my publisher. Well, you've got a publisher. You can give him something, right? Assuming there's an agent involved or something. Well, you're starving, man. Work for peanuts. I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. Okay. Okay, moving on. But only a $200 advanced. Mr. Winters, you know how long I've been working on the book? You're hardly in a position to argue with me, Wayne. Take it or leave it. Yeah, you're not good like that other writer that we were going to accept a C book from. This C book is not that book. I've got to eat, Mr. Winters. I'll take the... Oh, Mr. Winters, look out. They're going to... Oh, and it's fucking... They choked him. They choked him out. Why would you do that? What did Mr. Winters ever do? He, like, denied royalties or something to the other writer. He's getting revenge from beyond the grave. In a few seconds, those horrible hands choke the life out of William Winters, and before I can gather my wits... Did I hear someone? Oh, Mr. Winters! Help! Call the police! Ted Wayne has murdered Mr. Winters. It was him, definitely not a pair of ghost hands. That would be ridiculous. No, it was the hands. It was the clutching hands. And he was so close to that $200 check. Stop that man! He just murdered Mr. Winters. I have proof. Someone phone for the police. I run till I am able to run no further, and all the while I tell myself that this is in my imagination, a hideous nightmare just as I near the house where I live. There he is! Get the man! Get him! Hey you, stop where you are! I'd do what he says. I mean, you're probably gonna get caught anyway. This is no dream. I can hear the shots, I can feel the bullets go by. They'll never believe those hands choked Mr. Winters. I've got to hide! Okay, he's the... So he can see the hands, but nobody else can see the hands, what they're doing? Why? Why is he the only one that can see the hands? It's only with the utmost effort I am able to make it through an alley, across the street, and behind this fence a moment later. You two go down that way. I'll go the other, and watch out for him. He's desperate, dangerous, you see? Eh? Who's that? The hand! Again, please, no! Let him go by! Oh, you idiot. You should be smoking cigarettes instead, like this lady on this poster. She's clearly having a good time, and you're not. Get him up! And don't try any stunts! Wait! Don't shoot! I didn't kill him! It was the hands! They're behind me now! They're shoving me towards me! You can't see them! Can you? Can they see the hands? I would really like an explanation. I would really like to know. But the hand vanish, and the cops take me to the police headquarters where they grill me for hours without let up. Stop talking about clutching hands. That doesn't fool us, Wayne. But I didn't choke him. He really didn't. You were the only one with him, Wayne. You're just trying to make yourself appear insane and it won't work. You still won't sign this confession, Wayne? No, I swear I'm in it. Well, no, okay, well, no, he's not innocent. You did choke a man to death. You're just not the man you're being charged for, so whatever. All right, back to your cell then. You'll have time to think it over, killer. Here's the confession, and here's a pen when you realize you don't have a chance, Wayne. Sign it and call me. No, I'll never sign. I'll never confess to killing that man, but I did kill the other. Oh, the freaking hand signed it for him. There's nothing to do but wait. They see I have no intention of signing that paper. The gnawing of hunger is torturing me. I haven't had a bite to eat all day. But they will have to feed me. I'll call, but wait. It's the hands. No, don't. I know what you're doing. Signing my name to that confession, putting a rope around my neck. Stop. Please, I'll die for murder. I didn't commit, but you did commit the murder. Just not that murder. You committed a different murder. A few minutes later, the officer returns with the signed confession, with him as a jailer carrying a tray of food. Nothing matters now but getting something to eat. Well, this is what? 2 days now he's gone without food? Yeah. I found it on my desk. I don't know who brought it there, but I've got it signed. That's all that matters. Here, I had him bring you some chow. Ugh, porridge, a crust of bread, water. At least it's dude, I've eaten that shit. Hey, don't poo-poo on some porridge. All right, humanity has been fed for centuries on porridge. Porridge and rice and beans. Those foods are ancient and they are pretty much sustaining humanity. That's a side thing that I'm really into is food. But I don't know. Don't worry about that anyway. Well, I've eaten dozens of similar meals since that day. In fact, I've been tried and convicted of William Winter's murder, sentenced to hang. My lawyer has just arrived to tell me my last appeal has been turned down. You've got to do one last thing for me, Mr. Grail. Have Mr. Winter's body exhumed and those fingerprints on his throat checked against mine. They'll be different. That'll prove I'm innocent. Go to the gallows tomorrow, Wayne. That doesn't give me much time, but I'll do what you ask. You can't just dig somebody up. That's selfish. You're selfish. Now I'm resigned to my fate. Today I am to be hanged. The warden has come, offering me anything I want for my last meal on Earth. Anything? Oh, at last a decent meal. I'll have a thick porterhouse steak, smothered in onions and mushrooms, baked potatoes, peas, apple pie for dessert, and some good coffee. Plenty of coffee. Why? Why coffee? Why would you want to give yourself the jitters right before you die? There's irony for you. I remember saying I'd give my life for a square meal. I've had that meal, now it's time to give my life. But it's not easy to die, especially when it's for a crime done by those red... You killed somebody! You're not innocent! You did kill somebody! Please, can't you wait till you hear from my lawyer? Those fingerprints will prove my innocence. Just a little more time. Well, I'm sorry, Wayne, but law's law. We have to proceed with the execution as scheduled. Let's get done with it, executioner. Wait! Stop the execution. I have a message from the governor. Hey, hold on. Don't spring that trap. Let's see the paper, God. Yes, finally I am saved. Post-mortem has disclosed that Winter's throat bore no fingerprints at all. The cause of his death was heart failure. Therefore, Ted Wayne can't be held responsible. The clutching hands, no. Ellis Brent, no, you fucking son of a bitch. Dead. Ellis Brent gave him the old cha-ching. Yep, and he's done for. As he probably should be, because he's a son of a bitch. Moving right along. Alright, what do we have here? A haunted journey into mystery, Ironhead. 2 haunteds in one fucking episode. This might be too scary. Put the fucking kitties away for this one. I've been around a lot, and I've done a lot of things to make a buck. Even things like digging graves, and then robbing the dead. And once when I was really hot up for dough, I committed murder. I don't know, that's a lot of dough. Look at that. Look at those. Those are clearly $5 bills. Some good stuff. Wait, hold on. Where's the Dick Ayers? You see that over here on the first panel down there? Dick Ayers. All right, I know that one. And I got away with it. I grabbed a job as a deep-sea diver on a private yacht headed for the Pacific, and the law never laid a finger on me. Good work, Bronson. This is the 6th chest you've brought up from that sunken treasure. Yeah, that's what I was hired for, to search the bottom of the South Pacific for sunken Spanish treasure. According to this old map, there was only one more small chest down there. Yes, and that's the most valuable one of them all. It's filled with black diamonds. Each stone is worth a fortune alone. Yeah, you want me to die for it now, Mr. Nash? No, Bronson. It's getting dark. You can go down for it first thing tomorrow morning. Now get below and rest up. Yeah, those two are paying me peanuts compared to what they'll get out of this deal. I'm entitled to a split of the treasure. I'm the one who's taking the chances to bring the stuff up from the bottom of the ocean. If something was to happen to that pair of jokers, then the treasure would be mine, all of it. Yeah, and that little island out there gives me an idea. Something's gonna happen to those two guys, and it's gonna happen tonight. Very interesting, very good setup. I can't wait to see how it ends. When it got dark, I went upon the deck and got into my diving gear. Yeah, this batch of dynamite will blow this fancy tub and those two treasure hunters so far that no one will ever find any trace of them. And when she blows, I'll be safe at the bottom of the sea. Are you an idiot? You're literally anchored to the boat. That's how it works. That's... If there's nobody on... Who's gonna bring you up, Whatever. I don't need anyone to pump air to me. This portable oxygen bottle will supply me for air for hours. Long enough for me to find that 7th treasure chest. The one that's worth more than all the others put together. Then I'll walk on the bottom of the sea until I get to that island. Just as my lead boots hit the ocean floor, I felt a violent vibration charge up through the water. I looked up and got a fisheye view of the dynamite blast, and I could imagine how it looked from up above. Yeah, a few minutes after that blast, I found the last treasure chest. Yeah, this is it. I'm rich now. I'm the richest man in the world. This'll be slow, but I'll make it. And I'll wait for a ship to pick me up. This caper was a brainstorm, and nothing can stop me now. With the box in my arms, I started to walk on the bottom of the sea towards the island. I walked for a long time. Slow, tedious steps. Finally, the sea floor began to slope upwards, and I came up out of the water. The first thing I saw was a gang of wild screaming savages running out of the jungle towards me. And when they got to where I was standing, one of them raised me a spear. No, kill him. White man. Him water god. Him Ironhead. Oh god. Oh fuck. What a twist. What a twist. Them stupid savages never seen a guy in a diving suit before. They thought I was some sort of god. We kill only white man. Him Ironhead. Him live. Ironhead, you be king. You stay here of all time. Holy smokes. If I take off this suit, these cannibals will eat me alive. I gotta play along with this Ironhead gag until I can sight a ship. Cripes, I didn't figure on this. I thought I could get away alone and take the helmet off for a while. It wasn't easy playing along. The chief put a couple of bodyguards on my tail, and they followed me everywhere I went. I'm hot and thirsty and hungry, but I can't do nothing with them guys watching me all the time. They even watch me during the night when I lay down to sleep. Food! Bring me food! Every day, they bring me food, but I can't open up these hatches to eat. If I do, they'll find out that I'm human and they'll kill me. 4 days passed, but no ships came. 4 days of being locked up in that hot, choking diving suit. Another day passed. I gotta stay in this suit and wait. Wait, I can't take it off, I can't. Then I was too weak to remember anymore. I'd rather starve to death than be eaten alive. Him no god. Axe make him Ironhead come off just like Chickenhead. Oh my god. We call that a comeuppance ending. He got what we call the comeuppance. His plan was dumb anyway. If anything, he was lucky to find the savages. I mean, what if he was alone on that island? He could have been on that island for months, years. What, was he going to survive all that time? And if he did survive, if he was picked up, what's to say they're going to let him keep the black diamonds? I mean, he's alone, he's weak on an island. They're probably just going to take the shit. So that was a bad plan. I would have just murdered everybody on board and rowed the ship back, but you know, that's just me. Oh, look, this one isn't a scary. Nah, this one's not a spooky. This one's a sci-fi, a space picture. In the year 2000, space had been conquered. The moon, Mars were ours. At last, man came to believe that he alone ruled the solar system. Then came the sudden, startling appearance of the strangers from space. So that's a human thing? This is like a human city on the moon, I'm assuming. I mean, it's painted blue. I'm assuming it's the moon. It's quite nice, though. I always like these things. They really, like, build my imagination, you know what I mean? Good grief. Sound the alarm, quick. Alert, alert. Alien craft circling tower. Gigantic in size, noted by all posts. Stand by for immediate action. What is it? Is that it? 2017 Marvel characters? Uh-oh, I'm gonna get sued. I'm kidding, nobody cares. Al Williamson drew this. Who's that? After a few moments, the huge craft again rose into the air, then sped swiftly across the Martian landscape. That one? This craft? This big yellow torpedo thing? That's the alien? It appeared to be looking, searching for a place to land. Oh, God. I love these weird aliens. Look at it. Look at it. Elephant nose, zebra dragon. Got it. Done. I love that about the old, because that's what they do. They're just like, oh, we got to make an alien. Combine some shit. You know? Could make a six-legged turtle with tomato eyes. Perfect. Done. Anything. Because this was the age where they believed that there was 1 million planets and each one could have 1 million different life forms. So in all likelihood, it's very much likely that you could find a cabbaged face hovering goat, you know? Like, dude, who knows? On planet Klindathu 4, you know, who knows? It appeared to be looking, searching for a place to land. Finally, it rose beyond the thin atmosphere and vanished into the darkness of space. For hours, it continued at phenomenal speed, past the moon, into the gravitational field of Earth. Aboard, Earth satellite S-32 radar soon gave warning of the approaching form. Attention, Space Station W, strange object now passing through your orbit. The alien craft speeds swiftly into view of the floating station, then continues into the upper atmospheres of the planet. I see it! It's heading towards Earth! Sound the red alert! What is it? What's the thing? On Earth, officials quickly gathered to discuss the strange visitor. Mars Station reports it's coming from the direction of the Andromeda Galaxy. The thing is too big. It's big enough to wage an entire war by itself. We'd better prepare for anything. Meanwhile, the craft hovers motionless above the new Niagara, newly formed capital of Earth. Really? If we were going to have an Earth capital, I don't think we'd pick Niagara. Well, nah, no. What do you guys think? If we did like an Earth capital, like a united, like, wait, don't we have like a United Nations building in Manhattan, I think. Anyway, in the Office of Defense Director Krenkel? Silly name. Yes, General. It's right above us. I can see it from my window. Yes, sir. I'll order the cannon to shoot it down immediately. No, sir. You can't. Don't you realize it may be a message of friendship? It's not up to me to realize, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Morrow. I've got my orders. This is going to be one of those stupid... The humans were the true evil ones endings. That's a trope now. And it's like such a freaking trope, it's ridiculous. Lieutenant Morrow dashed from the chamber in desperate attempt to have the orders revoked before the ship's destruction. The fools, perhaps the general himself will listen to reason. But as he enters the courtyard, it's too late. They're already preparing to fire. Hold it. It's dropped in front of the Capitol building. Adjust to a shorter range. Good, perhaps this will give them time to reach the ship. Let's see. I can't let them be destroyed without a chance. I've got to warn them. All ready? Then fire. Wait! There's someone running in front of it. Too late. Oh! Wait, did he take the blast? Suddenly the door of the ship opens. Earthmen, we come in peace. Why? They're not alien looking at all. We mean no harm. We were forced to land in your solar system for repairs. The planet was the only one of suitable atmosphere. My people will take care of your fallen comrade. Our medicines can cure him immediately. Now that we know life exists on your world, we shall return someday to enact trade negotiations. After repairs to the ship had been completed, the huge form glided once again into the glittering realm of space. Peaceful relations with another galaxy will bring tremendous advances. We were foolish to condemn the visitors before even seeing them. Oh, that thing is ugly. As the ship re-entered the void, the aliens relaxed the hypnotic shield which had given them the appearance of human form. It takes 300 years for a trip from our world to Earth. Perhaps by the time of our next visit, the Earth people will really come to accept us as we really are. Yeah, them and their stupid closed Earth minds. Don't they understand? No, they don't understand. Shut up and get off my lawn. Old man screams at cloud. I don't know. That's the moral of all of these stories. The aliens are always right. You hear that? You need to be ashamed of who you are. Because if a four-eyed, mouthless, white beard having creature shows up on your land, you better fucking be nice to him. Or he'll use his hypno ray on ya. I don't know. Anyway. The first two were good. The first two stories were good. This one was... Oh, God. When it becomes cliche. You know what I mean? It becomes cliche. Like, in the haunted stories, it's like, okay. The murderer is evil. He gets the comeuppance. Right? He gets a nice big plate of comeuppance. And that's satisfying. But these science fiction stories, it's always the same. Feel bad. Because you're a bad person. And we know it. Because progress dictates that everything right now is bad and evil. Alright? And aliens represent progress. So you have to be open-minded towards aliens, regardless of their intentions, because that's what it means to be progressive. But it doesn't make any goddamn sense. It never made any sense. I don't know. I'm thinking too much into this shit. But you gotta admit, it is weird how that's the moral of every science fiction story, is that closed-minded humans get taught a lesson. You know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a prude or something. I don't know. Either way, that's it for this comic. If you liked reading this comic with me and you want to read more comics with me, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, nerds, stay heroic.